All right, before we talk to the coach, tell everybody who's filming this video, I've been a fan of his since he was a young whippersnapper growing up in Rochester.
Coach Matt Weiss, man. Super blessed to have him with us this year on our staff. He's doing a great job for our program, doing a great job with our kids. We're just blessed to have him here with us.
Listen, so because I do so many of these things, I ground and pound, and I'm trying to get some statistics and information on your football team. Impressed by these three that we're going to mention. You got Kane, you've got Jackson and Clear. But Kane is like 6'1", 190. He scoots for 99 in your last outing, in which you put up 51 against Quaker Valley. Somebody in a D1 school's got to be kicking your door in.
I mean, right now we're just still going through the process with Quaylen. Those things will take care of themselves. I mean, we talk about it all the time. What I love about Quaylen is just his mentality towards the whole process. He's a throwback kind of kid. He's a team first kind of guy. Everything he does is all just centered around team, and he's a so humble, hardworking kind of guy. He's a real throwback, and it's a testament, to this young man's, work ethic, his character, and it's also a testament to, how he was raised at home.
Let me congratulate you on what you've done with this football team. You have made it the greatest show on turf. People love watching your football team play. For a guy who was baptized by one of the greatest coaches in the history of the game, the legend that is Pat Tarquini and will always be, how in the world did you find a way to spread this thing out and open it wide up? And I was telling Matt earlier, it's full throttle. This is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, so Coach Ryan Mayo is our offensive coordinator. He does an amazing job with getting our kids prepared and giving our kids opportunities to succeed and putting our kids in places that benefit their skill and their abilities, right? So, when we trust our kids and we just put them in positions, and whenever we go through, of course, we're a run first team because that's, the physicality of the run, I feel is a mentality. But, we trust our kids and we put them in positions to go and do things at a high level as far as, airing the ball out.
So Jackson, and I was telling Matt, so he's a Wildcat kind of guy too, you put him in there, maybe something that they could do with Justin Fields moving forward, especially with the way Russell Wilson played last time. But tell me about this kid.
Again, and it goes back to character, right? I mean, like everybody sees what he does on the field. Of course, he's an amazing athlete, but what people don't see is he's a 3.5, 3.6, 3.7 GPA guy. He's a high character guy. He's a leader on and off the field, in the weight room and in the off season training. He was a guy that pushed that process for us, and and those are the kind of things that that lead to like a culture that permeates, not just through one or two guys, but through the whole group. And, so of course, what he does on the field is just the tip of the iceberg, so to say.
Cort, what you do, you promote, you're a great mentor. I've watched you at practice, and having Matt part of your team now, such enthusiasm. But the best part of all, when you get to this point in any season, for a guy who's been around it for decades, is when you're mentioning the quarterback and then you follow up by saying he's a junior. So that means this kid's coming back. Tell me about this.
Yeah,
guy.
Travis Clear last year, I brought him in as he started last year as a sophomore. And as he's matured, physically and mentally, we've also been able to expand things with the offense, and he's doing a great job of understanding what his role is as far as getting the ball spread around. But what I'm more impressed with is again, it goes back to his off-season work. He did a lot of time in the weight room again. Didn't miss workouts. He put extra time in with quarterback coaches this offseason. He's dedicated to doing the right things, and it's we're just he's only just getting started. I think this kid can actually do a heck of a lot more, and and he has the type of mindset where he's still going to keep pushing it every single day.
Look what you've done, though. I mean, and I was pleasantly surprised today when I woke up early. And I see in the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, their game of the week is Beaver Avonworth. And they did pick you to win it. And there were some other things they talked about in the way of tiebreakers and, what could go down in the Western Conference between you and Avonworth and Central Valley. And you basically said, Rob, that's fine. That's good. We just got to go out and win this football game. But isn't it nice to have Beaver football and getting that kind of a splash?
Yeah. I mean, so first of all, from being from here, playing here, coaching here, you take a lot of pride in the community that you're from, right? And, I'm a firm believer in you got to serve before you lead, right? So, giving back to this community that's, given so much just to me, and my family in general, it's a great feeling. It's, I tell people, it's a feeling money can't buy, right? When you're able to, come into a place that, is you hold so, sacred and you have your roots at, and then you're able to do things and, see these kids, you kind of look at it from the top down and you see them doing things that, they don't see themselves doing. And it's a super gratifying, amazing experience. And, I'm just blessed to be able to continue to do this. So
let me just say, I've been at this game a long time, even as a fan, as a kid, sitting in these bleachers. And I mean, when you think of people like Cort and Herbie Ellis, and yeah, Jeff Hardy was a great running back. I mean, we'd be here all day. But right now, this eclectic group that you have, good in the classroom, got their heads on tight, but there's some natural athletic ability here that I don't know if there's any program in the Valley that has this much talent across the board. Maybe in Aliquippa, but you've got some really unique, talented, and very highly intelligent and well-behaved young men. Yeah,
I mean, I can't say enough about just everything we've thrown at these guys. They've responded, and of course, the road to success. We talk about it every day. Is every day you wake up, you're not entitled to anything, right? Every day you got to get up. Being successful is not a trick, right? You just got to be better, when you go to sleep than when you were when you woke up. And like these guys understand that process. They're young guys, and it's our job to mentor and lead them and do that. But, by and large, these guys are buying into the things that, what's even more gratifying is, the wins come and go. And, but what I'm a firm believer in is, we want to develop men that are, eventually going to be great providers, great husbands, great fathers, and, also give back when it's their time to go lead as well.
All right, so let's talk Coach John Cort. Of course, coming from Avonworth, this place will be packed to the max. I mean, it's going to be an unbelievable Friday night football game between you and Avonworth. Look, you know who they are. I mean, they've had some tough losses. TJ, Coach Sherpack, and of course, Patrick, Coach Sean Patrick down there at Aliquippa. But once again, it's an Avonworth, the Lopes football team you're going to have to reckon with.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Coach John Cort and his staff, year in and year out, I don't think they get enough credit for just how well they coach those kids. You watch the tape. They don't make mistakes. Their kids play the game the right way. They play it hard. They play it fast. They play it together. So in order for us to be successful, we're going to have to go out here and execute. And, we talk about it that, the execution comes from preparation. And, we have to prepare all week in order to be successful.
Coach John Cort's dad, kind of from that Pat Tarquinio era. So he kind of grew up around football. You grew up around football. But one thing I really love about what's happened here between you and Avonworth, this has become a nice rivalry. We talked about this last year. It really has something special, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Anytime you have the chance to go compete at a high level against, programs that do things the right way, programs that, you have respect for, and you go out there, I believe it's a mutual respect. And that's why you just go out there, and that's what makes high school football, especially in Western Pennsylvania, so special.
Listen, I got to mention it, and Matt's the young one in the room, and you and me, and I'm older than you. But you have to admit, when you're here on a night like tonight, quietly the players are leaving, little post-practice meal, Tarquinio, you still get that vibe.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he enters into my thoughts, my everything, every single day.
He'd be so proud of you.
No. And it's, he was not just a coach. He was a mentor. He was a father figure to me as well. Every single day I'm out here, I think about, not just Coach Tarquinio. We lost Coach Frank this offseason too. He was also my line coach, and he was also a great leader and mentor to me as well. And not just me, but a lot of other young men that passed through this program. So, nothing but just love and respect and reverence for those men that did it right. And, we just try to live up to those standards. And, and Coach Belts, I don't think he gets enough credit for all of the things he did with this program as well. And, he took me sight unseen, and he mentored and taught me so many things as a coach, as a mentor of young men and doing things the right way. And, I've been blessed to be around two guys that when you look at the word coach in the dictionary, you look up both those guys.
Before I let you go, I just have to tell you something about Beaver. Obviously, it's a county seat. I'm a little biased. I'm from Beaver County. I just love this region. But this school district has always been one of those school districts that seems to get it done right. Administration on down, no matter what era, what generation. Why do you think this school district is so special? At least this is how I feel. Yeah,
I mean, I just think it goes back to, we try to do things and regulate things from the top down in society, but it's from the bottom up where you build, right? So it's a testament to the families that live here. It's a testament to the things they believe in, as far as family faith, football, grades, the things that, and sport, if I say football, but sports, things that push your children to be, successful in life and to learn those life lessons, good and bad, right? Mm-hmm. And that's why I feel like, this is a special place. It's always had a special place in my heart. And, I'm going to stay here as long as they let me keep doing this because, man, I'm just blessed to be here. And, like I said, this is a special place, not just for me, but for my family as well.
Well, listen, I've been around. You've had such a nice run here, but you put in a lot of hard work. But I don't think I've ever asked you, when did the light go off that you actually wanted to be a coach?
Oh man, I mean, so I've always been, loved football. Always just loved being around it. Man, it was years ago when my kids were super young, and just getting involved with the youth. And then just, maturing through the process of going through, youth football up into junior high, up into varsity. And, I've been blessed that, my path has led me to an opportunity where I've gotten to do this. And, and it's not just me, I've been blessed to have so many great guys around me, as coaches, guys have been with me for years doing this. And, they don't get all the credit, but, when I always look at the program as we, not me, it's about how we come together and how we do things as a staff. And, how we have that mindset and prepare our kids to be successful.
Before I let you go, this is it. The last question. So I got to ask you one more. Friday night, you cannot for 1 second blink. I mean, no matter what you're thinking or what possibilities lie ahead, selection Saturdays coming up, you've got to get this thing done Friday night.
Oh yeah. So, I mean, we've had this schedule this year, we put together and, had through the conference, I feel, we've gone through some adversity already. So, I think that adversity builds mental toughness, just like hard work builds, a physically strong body. So, I trust our kids. I trust that, they've gone through the adversity already. They've seen what that looks like. We're going to battle a really talented football team that's very well coached. And, we're just going to go out there and let our preparation do our talking for us.
So for the decades that I was doing play-by-play and television, I'd always run into these men that were a part of the team or the town, and they just like to come to practice. They like to be around football. And you know what's happened? I've turned into that guy.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I love it.
Yeah, it's it's addicting, right?
It is.
No, right. And it's sometimes I feel like we lose sight of the fact of how special high school football is in Western Pennsylvania, because we've all just lived here and been with it the whole time. But it's it's something special when you sit back and look at it from a little bit of distance, and being able to be a part of it and continue to do this is just a blessing. And we just can't say enough about how hard our kids worked and how great our staffs come together. And I'm just looking forward to go compete against a great team.
It's going to be a good one. All right, don't forget the Power of Bowser Friday Night Lights this week, the game that you, the fans, decided on. It's going to be a good one. You've got Peters Township going to be in action against Bethel Park, so that's going to be a great football game. And, of course, don't forget Quest for the Best coming up tomorrow night. Mike White, Dan Zangrilli. Then I'll have those Coons Quality Food Sports Reports Saturday and Sunday morning, right after 5:15 and every half hour up until 7:45. And, of course, the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show each and every week right after local news at 11. There's always more sports at 93.7thefan.com. Good night.